America. What is America? Why is America so great? America is not Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is the scum that floats to the top of the pot. America is the people that live here. America is you. America is me. And some people, you know, it wasn't that long ago, we had a guy who attended this church where the pastor would always say, GD America, constantly. That guy got elected president of the United States. This is a couple of presidents ago, if you remember what I'm talking about. Not the last one, not the current one, not the last one. Before that. In any event, my friends, that's a shame. And we have people that hate this country, or hate people that want to make this country great again. The fact of the matter is, this country actually is great. We've got problems. Oh yeah, we've got some big problems. Well, what country does not? The good thing is that in this country, we have a lot of things going for us. Mainly, again, the people. I'm going to show you some sign of goodness of people in this country in a moment. A new day is dawning here, and I'm about to get out. I've been sleeping in this van out here for over 2 weeks. It's been cold. I got no heat in that van. Even the heater don't even work when it runs. But it runs. So, let's talk about this. Well, for one thing, America is great because we've done a lot of good things in this country. And we have freedom. Some people hate freedom. I think freedom is bad. The freedom to say what's on your mind. The freedom to assemble, to protest things that you think's not just or not fair or needs to be fixed. That's a freedom you don't have in most countries. Some people want to take it away from us in this country. Really, I would submit that good ideas will survive the time of debate. If you have good debates, let it happen, let the chips fall where they may. People do not appreciate the quality of opportunity. They want a quality of outcome. The quality of outcome dumbs everything down and creates economies that utterly fail because you remove the incentive to produce. You remove the incentive to innovate. And those societies stagnate. So that's why the importance of the opportunity, the equality of opportunity, not the equality of outcome, is important because not everybody rises the same to the same occasion. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a social safety net, but society's always had that in one form or another, through churches and other things. Now here is a sign of the goodness of the people in this country. There are good people in this country. This tarp, that tarp, and that tarp cover the work of a lot of people that came here and helped me out. Good people, good-hearted people that came here and worked out of the goodness of their heart. They charged me nothing for labor. Underneath that tarp is a floor. And the first wall framed out of what's going to be a building here that I can live in. That's the siding. And over here is 2 other walls framed out and a whole bunch of lumber piled up on it. This is going to be my solar battery building where I'll put and keep batteries. But I was loaned equipment like this trailer, which I used extensively. Everything that was here under those tarps was hauled here in that trailer. And a good friend of mine, old Geezer, you may have heard of him from Rex and from Diamond. Rex Bear and Diamond Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Rex Bear Leak Project. Check those channels out. He's a good friend of both of them and of me. And he and his lovely lady, Cynthia, have done a lot for me. So I'm very happy and grateful for that, and all the other volunteers. Some of them do not wish to be named. Cowgirl in Arizona is one. Her and her hubby came out here and did a lot of work also, among others. So I shall ask if people want to be named. I do know some that don't want to be named. But several people have the goodness of their heart. Now you tell me if that's not great. That's why I wanted to do this video while I was here. When all this is standing up, it'll make a better story. But so many people are depressed and down and out and got this notion that our country is horrible. Well, go to a country where they don't have economic freedom. Go to a country where they don't have the personal freedoms. And what will you be doing? You'll be trying to do what everybody else is doing. They're trying to get out and come into an America. Notice the communist countries. They built walls around them to keep people in. What do you think the Iron Wall was all about? Even North Korea's got a wall. They've got on both sides, between China and South Korea, mainly demilitarized zone. Ravens hugging an immunity flying there. And others. So guys, this is a land of opportunity. Yeah, it's got troubles, it's got trials, it's got tribulations, but what don't? People are streaming across our border, most of them hunting that opportunity, and unfortunately a free handout. I've just done a video on that I'll put up called Welfare Birds. About birds and people. So folks, this is the thing. This country is a great land. You know, historically, people, oh, historically the United States has done terrible, 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 terrible things. Well, yeah, and what country hasn't, especially a big, powerful country? But here's the thing. World War I, did we conquer anybody? No. We went over and liberated Europe. World War II, we liberated Europe again. What's wrong with these Europeans? Here they are, can't seem to defend themselves today. After 2 world wars, which we had to go over and liberate them. Here we're on the precipice of another one. That's scary. So here's the other thing. World War II, we beat Germany. We beat Japan. Yeah, today they're allies, but they're free countries. They do not belong to the United States. We once owned Cuba. We liberated it, and then they turned communist. We once owned, yeah, we got corrupt first, it's true. But people, lots of people still streaming out of Cuba to get here. Have been. We liberated Japan. We liberated Germany. They're free nations. They often choose things that, you know, doesn't necessarily comport with us. The Philippines once belonged to the United States. For a while they ran all our soldiers out. A lot of people think everything that belongs to the United States is still, you know, owned by the United States. No. A lot of people will tell me that. They say so. No, these countries are independent countries. They make their own decisions. Philippines run us out, but now that they're facing China, they're begging us back in. Kind of funny how that works. Why? They love their freedom. They want their territory, and China's trying to take it. So they suddenly have reevaluated things and decided, you know, having America as an ally is a good thing. For them it is, especially if they come into conflict with China. This land also is a land of resources. These are both continents. Petrified wood. Just little pieces of it, nothing big. Nothing commercially viable. Tons of rocks and minerals. And that's maybe flint looking way it's shattered there. There's a lot of interesting things here. But one of the things that sets our country aside geographically is we've had a country with pretty much the same culture from coast to coast across a couple thousand miles, which I'm about to drive and depart on here in a few minutes with this old 25-year-old van over there. 25 miles of country that, oh, excuse me, 2,500 miles wide. It's got a lot of resources. It's got a land with one of the best growing zones in the world, serviced by a huge river system that makes it infinitely navigable to the coastline. Most of the United States interior is connected with that. We have resources that even if we fall down, and economically we're posed to do that, we could still fare okay if we're not nuked, if we're not, if we don't lose our That's a flint. Yeah, that's flint. If we don't lose our coastlines, if we get into it with Russia, and if they fire off these Poseidon torpedoes with cobalt salted bombs creating radioactive tsunamis, if they do that, it'll be generations before we could use our coastlines or our rivers. That would not only cut us off, but that would take away some of what's most precious in this nation, economically or opportunity-wise. We need to make sure we don't get into a nuclear war with Russia. You know, some people are thinking now that that's okay. We can do this. Look how they're doing in the battlefield. Not so great. I think we're going to do so great. You think we do so good in Afghanistan? This is one thing. Some things just don't make sense. A war with a nuclear power is a scary prospect, especially the one that's got the most nuclear weapons on Earth, like Russia. Excuse me for putting the camera to the sky, but the sky is beautiful in this country too. I was putting on my glove. So, there's some things we just need to avoid to keep this greatness going. But the people that hate this greatness are usually the same people that seem to want to get us into war. This is kind of amazing. Who is it that wants to attack Russia? It's usually the same people that tell us how bad we are. Do they just want to see us obliterated? Who are we giving power to in this country? Who do you vote for? You need to think about those things. Who do you vote for? But the current administration isn't representative of at least half of this country. So, and that happens with a lot of things. In Washington, D.C., look guys, they say it floats, if you know what I mean. And people that tend to be sociopaths and psychopaths tend to float to the top of power in any country. Well, at least we have some freedoms to vote. But in this country, that has been overcome largely by television, mass media, and expensive political campaigns, which says that those that get the most views on TV are the ones that get the most votes for them. And a lot of people vote for folks just because they think they're going to get a free handout, even if they know that person's going to run this country into the oblivion. They want that next free handout. What they don't understand is they're breaking our country financially, and those free handouts are going to quit coming. What are they going to do then? You know, you need to vote for people that's going to put stability in our country, put our country back in physical control. But that's another story. We need to throw all the bums out, essentially. Start with a fresh crowd. But these are the important things. But still, whatever scum floats to the top in America, you are America. Your aunt, your uncle, your friends, your neighbors, the person down the street. Go out and look around anywhere where you see people, and that's what America is. Is it really so bad? There's good and bad in everybody, good and bad everywhere. Every village, every city, state, province, hamlet, shire has good people. They're good people of every religion, creed, color. There's also misguided people, people that are brainwashed, people that, but there's also people that see through that anywhere. Now the ratios may change, but there's good people anywhere you go, and there's bad people. But we have a system that is more conducive to us having the freedom, of us people having the power. Some people think that's terrible. Really? You know what the alternative is? A society where the power goes to just a few. And that's why some promote that, because that's the kind of power they want. And that's why they try to con people and supporting those kind of positions based on such things as social justice and any excuse they can come up with. The environment. There's all kind of excuses these people come up with to try to promote the idea that they got a better system, that our system's terrible, that they are going to save you by taking your freedoms from you. Don't buy it, people. Don't buy it. Because it takes away what's great in America, what's great in your villages and in your homes. Maybe not the ants, but they want to take away your power of choice. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Check out the freedomrestorationfoundation.org. That is still a peaceful means to contact your Congress critters, your state representatives, all those folks who have a voice. Believe it or not, if enough people hit them up on stuff, they still usually respond because they want to keep that vote. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There's always hope. Don't ever give up the hope. So let's keep working to restore the greatness that we once knew. But a lot of it is we got to educate the kids, the young people, who have been sold this false bill of goods that this country is terrible. They don't even know what this country is. They don't even understand our history. They don't understand how we've stood out from every other country that's existed before. When they blame us with bad things. Have we done bad things? Yes, so has every other country. But on the whole, this country has done a lot better things than others. We try to spread the hope and freedom. Yeah, we got certain three-letter agencies that have done otherwise. Maybe it's time that they not have so much money in their coffers. So that's something else to work toward. But don't ever give up hope. Never. Prep and pray. Prepare for a better day. But don't quit hoping. Don't quit hoping. Maybe I should say act, prep, and pray. Do things that help make the world a better world. Most of you do. A lot of you do. And I know that. I see that. When I come here, and a lot of people came here and helped me out, I know there's goodness in this country. I know there's goodness in the people of this country. This is a great land. This is a great nation. The land is great, and the people in it are great. We are blessed to have the coincidence of these opportunities. Maybe that's why someone would like to see us in the war, to take away the greatness of the land and a bunch of the people. Maybe that would greatly satisfy them. I ain't buying it. Don't want it. We got to defend ourselves? Yes. But we need to make good judicial choices for what we're willing to engage over. We do have treaties. Is that the treaties are those the treaties we want? What is the value proposition to us for being in certain treaties? We need to have good conversations on these things. Maybe it is good. Maybe these are treaties that if we're signed up to them, you got to do what you got to do. Are these treaties the proper treaties for us? Are they all right? Are there other treaties we should have? I don't know if we've had a good national discourse on that stuff. Maybe we do need to do that. Some treaties and partners and allies are very worthwhile. But we haven't necessarily nationally had a good discussion on this. We've let the scum that floats to the top in D.C. make all these decisions for us. So it's time to open that discussion up. But it's also time to educate the young people and those that think that America is a horrible nation. It's time to quit listening to them, letting them say, America stinks. It's time to tell them, no, you're America. I'm America. And what the problem is that attitude. That's the problem. That's what takes away the greatness in this country, is that attitude. So don't ever forget it, guys. America is you. America is I. And if your aunt, your uncle, the people down the street, America is great. It's a great land with great people. Let's keep it that way, and let's try to get back to the understandings of the value of freedom. That's what makes America great. Economic and personal freedom. Freedom's what matters. That's why I started the freedomrestorationfoundation.org. Check it out. With all the stuff we're facing today, be ready to grow your own, do your own. I'm in my own bug out zone right here. I'm about to leave. I'm about to head back to Alabama for a little bit. Maybe just a few days. Maybe just a few days. I'm about to head back. But I'm working. I'm making progress here. So I appreciate all you and watching. And with that, I'm going to say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, bang the notification bell, and click all. And check out True Leaf Market, where you can grow your own food. Eden Brothers. Check out my links to them. Because if you use my links, you won't pay any more than you would from any other source. And it gives me a little bit of a kickback. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Greg out.